Peace be with you. In a world that constantly tells us to avoid pain, chase pleasure, and numb discomfort, today's message is radical. It's about suffering, but not meaningless suffering. This is about redemptive suffering. Suffering with a purpose. Suffering for the way, the truth, and the life. This is the hope that comes from embracing the cross. Let's listen to the voices of those who have walked the narrow road before us. The saints, the martyrs, the apostles, and of course, our Lord Jesus Christ. Before we talk about the saints, we have to begin with Christ himself. Jesus didn't just suffer. He chose to suffer. He willingly embraced the Father's plan. He endured betrayal, humiliation, torture, and ultimately crucifixion. But not because he was weak, but because he was full of love. As the prophet Isaiah foretold, he was despised and rejected by men, a man of sorrows and acquainted with grief. By his wounds we are healed. Isaiah 53. This is the Son of God, beaten, mocked, nailed to the cross. He tells us, if anyone would come after me, let him deny himself, take up his cross, and follow me. Matthew 16:24. This is not a suggestion. It is a command. To follow Christ means to enter into his suffering. The 12 apostles followed that command till the end, and it cost them their lives here on this earth. Peter was crucified upside down. Andrew was crucified on an egg-shaped cross. James was beheaded. Thomas was pierced by spears. Bartholomew was flayed alive. Only John died a natural death, but even he suffered exile and persecution. These men, eyewitnesses of the resurrected Christ, weren't chasing health, wealth, and comfort. They were chasing Christ, and they found joy suffering in his name. As Paul says, I rejoice in my sufferings, for I fill up in my flesh what is lacking in the afflictions of Christ for the sake of his body, the church. Now, let's turn to some powerful words from the saints who embraced suffering as a path to holiness. Saint Silouan the Athonite said, "Keep your mind in hell and despair not." What does that mean? It means feel the full weight of your suffering, your struggle, your spiritual battle, but never lose hope. Saint Paisios the Athonite once said, "The soul is sanctified through pain." He believed that pain softens the heart, makes us humble, and draws us closer to God. Saint John Chrysostom, one of the greatest preachers in church history, wrote, "If you suffer for Christ, rejoice. The honor of suffering is greater than any crown." And Saint Isaac the Syrian said, "The ladder to the kingdom is hidden in your soul." Dive into yourself, and there you will find steps by which to ascend. Suffering isn't an outside force. Often, it's within, the struggle of the heart. But that inner struggle, if united with truth, is redemptive. Let's be honest. This is completely countercultural. Today, everything around us tells us to avoid suffering at all costs, to numb it with drugs, to escape it with entertainment, to hide it with fake smiles, to replace it with fleeting pleasures. But when we do that, we steal from ourselves and miss the opportunity to grow and be transformed. We become addicted to comfort, allergic to pain, and blind to the deeper healing that comes only through embracing our cross. Christ didn't say, "Take up your couch and follow me." He said, "Take up your suffering through the cross and follow me." It is radical in today's world to say, "I will suffer, but I will not waste it. I will suffer. I will face it. I will suffer and be resurrected and transformed." And here's the truth. You don't have to suffer alone. The early Christians suffered together. They carried one another. They wept together. They sang hymns in prison together. They bore one another's burdens in love. And that's what I hope to build here. A community of people considered the outcasts of society that don't run from suffering, but walk through it with God and with each other. A place where we can speak openly and authentically about our pain, not to glorify the suffering itself, but to glorify God's work within it. Apostle Paul wrote, "Bear one another's burdens, and so fulfill the law of Christ." Galatians 6:2. So if you're in a season of suffering right now, I want you to know you're not alone. You're not cursed by God, but loved and blessed. You're not abandoned. You're walking a road Christ Himself walked, that the saints walked, that the apostles walked, and you do not walk it in vain. So let us suffer well. Let us suffer together. Let us suffer with Christ. And let that suffering lead us not to despair, but to resurrection. This is just the beginning. I really hope you'll stick around. Share your story with us in the comments. Let us build something beautiful out of the brokenness. Until next time, peace, hope, courage, and much love to all of you. God bless.